It would be helpful if I added myself as a stream. That's super fucking crazy. Diggity diggity. Phone.
He's a body mentor. Yeah, he directed his stuff and said, at the same time, he's still in the
All right. What a tour. Ow. Let's see. Kind of tower. Live down there. Kind of live up here. Mm. Gerber, Gerber, Gerber. 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 Gerber, 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 Gerber. Gerber, Gerber. Mm. No. What have I done? 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 I've created a monster. I don't know if I've ever bumped that album of spooky songs your way, Dave. Like, it's technically speaking a children's album, but also it's for like the children of people like us, if we were the sort of people to have children.
I'm just kind of picturing the idea of
I mean, kind of.
At work the other day when I was talking to a guy, and he's like, "How old are your kids now?" I laughed in his face because I thought he was joking.
So was it someone who
Yeah, we
knew
worked
you?
together for
Oh,
years.
it was someone at work.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I got it.
Oh, you're serious? Oh.
Yeah, no, childless, and shall ever remain so. Actually, no, I kind of want to start doing it's not an intentional choice things. I can't have children. Thanks for reminding me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. Yeah. It was really hard when the doctor told me that, you know, I'm too irresponsible to bring life into this world, but it's fine. You know, you have other things to fill your time. Great.
I don't need to be addicted to people like that.
Oh no. Well, I don't know. I didn't know you liked this person. I just said, well, and the people who say stuff like that to you. Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
It wasn't like a thing like, when are you going to have children?
Yeah. Legitimately thought you had children. Oh, and he was just trying to be nice. And then you laughed at him. You bastard. Stone cold bastard. No, thank you. Children are cool when I get to hang out with them for a few hours, sugar them the fuck up, and send them back to their parents. Say, have fun. Goodbye now. There's the Gerber. Ooh, yeah, Fizzy. That was fun. It's an experience.
It's big for the fucking, nah. No, we're,
Bohemian Cafe.
Put that out, so that's one side. So again, it's very, retro, and they do cocktails.
I know that the resolution on this is absolutely trash, but it is what it is.
Next time you have a Sunday off.
How did you already get crappy? Brand new screen. I'm already fucking it up.
Nope. Turn around, go out of the parking lot, down for a
There.
came out of their cave for about 5 hours. He did that.
Oh, that's weird. How do I mute it?
I mean, even if there weren't fucking, playing without a fake people, even the worst that situation, I mean, you'd still be like,
Oh. I put my GoPro in my fridge to cool off because I apparently turned off its ability to turn off itself while it's plugged in. And so it's been running for like a day or so, like a day or two. Oops. So it was running a little hot. I had to go upstairs and grab the GoPro out of the fridge. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Do-do-do. My microphone cloth. My Yeti is, well, my Yeti basically is filthy. Filthy! Swap. Yes. It, I apparently forgot to turn the setting back to auto shut off after 15 minutes. I had to keep it on so that it could do its updates because it has never been updated in the 5 years that I've owned it. And so it's apparently been running for probably about 2 days. So it's a little warm, a little hot to touch. It's fine. This is fine. Da, 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 da. Well, that seems kind of pointless. Why would you put this in a box? I mean, I guess the box might help keep it from getting crushed, but I don't know, that seems a little excessive. Well, that's weird and I don't like it. I feel like it doesn't matter. There's a little dust on the mesh. I'm thinking that this is maybe an open box situation, but if it were an open box situation, it would look like that. Well, it could not. Oh, well. Oh, to the recycle pile with you. Ooh, cancer and reproductive harm. I wonder what part of this is cancerous. For my ovaries. Let's make that happen. That sounds pretty good.
So I've always been a fan of the calculator, and the figure looks good, and so this guy's reviewing the figure, and that's great and all, but it's just like...
All right, I guess one good thing about bringing this whole setup down here is that instead of trying to enable this to fit on the Yeti mount, I can just although I'll just put it like this for now. Try it out. Untwist. Squeak, 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 squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak 'em. Are you got enough of a ledge? Shit.
But if you pop one, you get one for the whole column, yeah.
I suppose I could have done Streamlabs from my phone. That would be higher resolution. That may be what I switched to here. Oh, that's inconvenient. Ah! How about up here? Yeah, that's much better. So. Enter studio. Check, check, check. Check, check. How does this cold shoe even work?
Oh, that's odd.
Oh, well, that's odd.
It looks so much messier from this angle.
It looks so much messier from this angle. Oh!
Yeah. Good enough.
Yeah. Good enough.
Remove substrate. Aha. I guess we did. But no, I can. Okay. Why is this? Explain yourself. There we go. Or maybe not. I don't understand why. This is the oddest thing. I'm running Streamlabs on my phone, but for whatever reason, it's weird. It's very, very weird. I'll just close this. Can I in the broadcast, or was he? Yeah, it's still running. Oh, apparently that's what it was mad about, so whatever. So many echoing happenings. Dave, if you want to come chitter chatter, you're welcome to. There's a chair there. There's another chair, but it's upstairs. If Jeremy's going to do it, I guess.
I'm trying very hard not to break anybody's stuff today.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to like accommodate people who aren't like me who don't just like sit on the floor and underneath furniture.
Don't get me wrong, I'm just a bit on the large side of pull off that sitting underneath furniture.
Are you telling me that not everybody does that?
No. I mean, I can, it's gotta be pretty big.
That's bananas. Unfortunately, I don't have like a super great. I guess I could take the mic off of my headset and put it onto the room.
I have a friend of mine whose license plate is Wampa, so I had to send him this.
Audio, headset, earpiece, mic. But what about ears? It probably won't let me separate the two. That's irritating. Oh, hey, look, it's Han. Hello, Han.
Hey, hon.
Ah, yes. I'm glad that he likes it. Then hopefully he'll like that. Oh, I bet I know what it was. I didn't have this on mute. If you feel like temporarily being.
Hi, I'm temporarily Cat. I understand the fact that you might find it a little disappointing that I'm being them and not them being them, but I'm just me and
to be fair, Cat. I don't even know how to be me half the time.
Yeah, it's an ongoing learning process. I figure about 2 minutes before I dial up till they have like Dr. Zodiac start up.
I'm trying to think. I feel like that's probably the best side to have that on, because typically speaking, when I'm facing a camera, this is the spot that gets there because. I mean, I guess.
No,
I was trying to more keep it around. I mean, I guess I had it in the doorway before. I was more trying to keep it focused on the desk, but I guess if I bring it up and point it down, then we could have perhaps the best of both worlds.
Oh, sure.
In the
camera
point it down. If I can remember how to do that.
We're going to be getting properly Canadian.
We're going to be getting properly Canadian? Where will we be properly Canadian?
I guess it'll probably be something like either.
Oh, we doing poutine?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's game 3 of the
There we go.
finals. So,
oh, well then it's gonna be crazy.
Well, I mean, it's Friday night. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Every place we walk in, you want a sports? How about you? You want a sports? Let's sports. Come on.
Sports?
I'm gonna support the fuck out of the sporting motherfucker.
All right, Han's saying words, and I want to hear for that. No, make it small. Mini player, please. I would like more of the focus. Excuse me. Excuse me. I just want to see what it says in the live chat. Gosh.
I'm just here.
No. Turn off autoplay. Autoplay's trash.
It's all site.
It's all new. All right. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Zoom the hell in. Han says, break everything. Do it now. They'll never know.
Break all
Wait past my bedtime that I can stick around for a while. Think I like old toys and other knickknacks. Yes, we have so many toys and knickknacks. It's perhaps a little bit ridiculous, but if you didn't hear earlier, you're like, yeah, we don't have kids, and it shall ever remain so. But I'm on the one hand, I want you to get some sleep. On the other hand, nice to see you. I forgot yet again that YouTube has taken away the GoLive option on mobile, unless you have 1,000+ subscribers, and that's really irritating because I can't just like copy over previous titles and stuff. Oh, or I could just rip it off.
Yeah, break a whole bunch of shit.
That could work. That could work. This gooseneck isn't like super long. Apparently. Oh, I'm tightening it. That's not gonna help me one bit. It'd be nice if I had a way to like put on some royalty-free stream sound or music. That's what I'm trying to say. But this is just kind of a quick thing anyway. It might have been a little bit of a longer hangout if YouTube didn't do the thing. So, and we're all kind of hungry over here. So it probably will not get the whole thing set up together, but ow! We'll get a little bit. But yeah, this is the camera. You can see over there. Whoa. Well, that's Dave, obviously.
Yeah.
Those two shelves, I actually picked up on Craigslist, I think, from somebody. They light up, so they're really nice display cases. But I don't know if you can. Well, with the angle you're at, it's all kind of weird anyway. But they're kind of like tilted downward because here in the basement, the way that the thing is set up is it has kind of a divot. So for drainage reasons, like this basement is finished, there's carpet and everything, but it wasn't always when it was first built. So it's, what's the word? Angled sides, beveled, so that if flooding happens, then the water runs down toward the center of the basement. Things drain. He's good.
Yeah. Things explode. Things drain. The center will not.
YouTube is an asshole, so Discord, stop letting people use stickers unless they buy Nitro Jam corporations.
I agree.
I love that one of your messages was held for review. I'm like, approve!
Anything that says damn corporations are pretty much good.
But yeah, you're right. It does sound a bit precarious, Han. They're fine for now. At some point, I'd like to get some. I want to make another IKEA run, and get more. That's what I was going to show. Besides that, was back there. You can see the two tall shelves that are full games, and then where is it? As I grabbed this, I crush you. I could wait. Crush it. Crush it. Crush it like a grape.
It's totally a Canada Day.
It's Canada birthday. That's what it is.
Yeah. That was yesterday, but
Or that's what people have been talking about, I suppose.
Yeah. And that they kind of like put it off for a year because, well, killing mass numbers of indigenous people. But yeah.
Yeah, Kit was telling me that they found another mass grave.
The running theory is that it's going to be upwards, I think something else, but about 10,000. The thing that I find particularly interesting in all of this is that after all of the news of that broke,
you're going to have to come around if you want to peek.
After all the news of that broke, there have been Catholic churches on fire all over the country.
Yeah, I saw something about that, and I can't remember if it was on, like, it was in my news feed.
Yeah. And
I think it might have been running on Fox News, and so I was like, well, I'm not going to click on that because then you're just going to start.
Oh no, this one came
suggesting everything in the world to me that I don't want suggested to me.
And it's clearly Antifa, Satanist, LGBTQI people who are just doing this because they're being irritated things, not because there's any real reason to be agitated. At the Catholic Church. I mean, everything's fine until earthquake!
Yeah, I think he was talking about this. Like, those are kind of precarious. Like, yeah, it's fine.
What?
But yeah,
Oh, the display shelves.
Oh, so I found those dumped on the floor. So I'm guessing that eventually, yeah, everything was like on the floor one time. So I'm guessing that eventually, because they're tilted forward, that the weight and shit just eventually just slid far enough.
Oh, I thought you were saying like this.
Picture of the response. And this is going to be a slightly sillier than usual villainy thing because blowing things up.
There you go. Come here.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry, reading the news. Anyway, so yeah, when the prime minister is basically saying, whoops, sorry about the killing your kids thing, and yeah, so yeah, that was all like the Catholic Church things. No, okay, that was us too.
Which assistant are you referring to?
Call it earthquake.
I don't know if he's calling you the assistant or if he's calling Jay the assistant.
Yes.
Either way, yes, I will keep both.
Nice to know that I'm at least going to be, I wouldn't
Now,
say
if I
gainfully
just
employed, but at least I've got people I can hang out.
Yeah, unless you're getting
That's what I worry about.
compensation for that. I don't think it counts as employment.
I'll just walk in and go, can I have a beer? Maybe? Okay, yeah. Okay. That's compensation. I'm good. Yeah. So you guys, my part-time job, yeah. I assist in that.
My tape measure is on the glass table.
Hey Han, I love your response about my position on anime. Look up a review of a anime called Aromanga Sensei by Giguk on YouTube. It is freaking hysterical, and that is the reason I bought this shirt.
No, I need like the body of it. Like, you want to see how red the room is?
John Holmes called and said, dial it back already.
Break my favorite tape measure. There will be consequences, dire consequences.
The consequences I'll have to go buy a new tape measure.
Yes, but this specific model.
There might also be a tennis racket.
Yeah. Try to take time to acquire.
And that's not fun for you. On that end of it, anyway.
Depends. I mean, yeah, I mean, look, I once threatened to point out the fact that, or I pointed out the fact that we work in a hospital, which means I have access to all manner of things like muscle relaxers and a fire extinguisher. And, well, I've seen catheters inserted on numerous occasions. Well, no, he's not, but you probably should still warn the women of the village as a matter of principle anyway. Yeah, if you ever had the chance to watch a movie called Wonderland, I advise it. One of Val Kilmer's more intriguing roles. That and Lisa Kudrow.
She's doing some interesting stuff.
Yeah, she really is
trying to break away from the whole TV thing.
Yeah, and also the guy who played Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs plays a homicide detective in that movie. It's actually a really good film. But it's a fictional account of
I must warn the women of the village.
A fictionalized account of a couple of murders that happened, or a big kind of murder that happened in Hollywood, California, that John Holmes was involved in.
I don't know why. I just want to throw that up there for posterity.
Yeah, that's a comment that really does need to be seen.
All right, so I think just to make my life easier, because trying to do cables and shit through this, there's not a whole lot of great. Or in fact, I don't think there are any. Yeah, there are 0 holes in the back of this. This is more meant to be like a writing desk, and like this can fold down and these can wheel in so that you can close it up so that it's very
so just put this
space saving. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is put this over here.
Right.
So I don't want to block looking at the insides. It makes
Good
me
choice.
happy. But then if it's down on the floor, because there are no like disk drive openings or anything on the front of that. That way I can have all of my, it's not gonna look that pretty from this direction, but just looking. But then all of my ports and everything can be front facing, and it'll be a lot easier for me to plug and unplug things, especially while I'm still kind of working out how I'm going to have it set up. And this isn't permanent anyway, but even so.
Xerxes, good to see you. And Han, speaking of old-time great Val Kilmer rules,
What's Xerxes doing?
have you ever watched Real Genius? Because that is probably my favorite Val Kilmer moment ever. I mean, Tombstone's a very close second, but Real Genius, totally.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I didn't break anything.
I'm pretty sure it was you.
I didn't do it.
Pretty sure. For sure.
Look, I'm not saying that I'm innocent. I am saying innocent.
I'm excellent. How are you doing, Xerxes? Good to see you. It is going okay. Oh, and I didn't say it earlier, but beer today is from Kincaid Brewing Company. I'm pretty sure is still technically Devil's Gap. Sorry, don't die. Yeah, Devil's Gap Tropical. So not even tropical. Tropical. It's very tasty. I love a jalapeno beer.
With that in mind, I also
Oh
have
yeah,
to show
yeah.
off
Here yours.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure because everything's reversed. But Dead Man's Run, it's a remarkably good lager. I'm actually quite happy with it.
Tasty, tasty. We'll take that.
But
Okay,
Han, seriously, you'll watch Real Genius and then you'll be
I
going.
didn't mean to do
Sorry.
that. Whoops. Sorry. It's okay.
Han, seriously, you'll watch Real Genius and then spend the next year quoting it incessantly. Actually, I've been spending most of the rest of my life quoting it incessantly. But yeah.
Have the blokes done that movie yet?
No, we should.
We should at some point.
But that was a great film.
Just have a series of like, all right, what is your most quotable movie?
Oh, that should be a good stream for all
Except,
of us.
I wouldn't be able to pick just one.
I can pick, like, I can pick Val Kilmer films that are remarkably quotable. I mean, because
Speaking of Val Kilmer, at least I think speaking of Val Kilmer, correct me if I'm wrong. Val Kilmer was in Willow, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I
Who's
didn't
Matt
totally
Murdock?
make that up. I didn't totally make that up. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, as for highly quotable movies, The Princess Bride, but then I was like, actually though, I want to do another go around at 80s fantasy films specifically, because when we were doing our, what was it,
8 for 80s.
8 for the 80s. Wow, I guess we all did only pick 2, huh? Yeah. It seemed like it was so much more than
so
that.
we'll do
but I guess 8 weeks is 2 months, so
yeah. We'll do
that.
an entire month of them, and then you can pick Willow, and then I'll pick not Real Genius, but Weird Science.
Weird Science.
Because you're talking about a great piece of fantasy. I mean, so.
I very much enjoyed that movie. I didn't see it all the way through for the first time until that one over there played it. I think that was back at the apartment. Xerxes, you just woke up. Are you working nights, or were you having an afternoon nap? Every Arnold movie is very quotable. Not quotable for quality, but for memes. This is probably true. I've got to get my stupid Bluetooth keyboard figured out. Because it was working fine with the tower. But for whatever reason, like a whole chunk of it is no longer responding. So I don't know if I just dropped it and it was mad at me.
No, it could be.
Or if like something's just shorted out, or I don't know. I haven't used it in a couple of weeks at least. But I need that working again, because having to constantly switch the plug-in keyboard from the all-in-one to my tower is a lot of work.
Okay, so there's that.
All right, let's move the tower. over to the side. Okay, here we go, Lovey.
I'll just try to be not in the way.
I'm gonna try and not die. It's pretty much always the goal. I know it's not lit up right now, but look, it's my baby that I built with my own 2 hands. Oh, and not that I care too much about RGB because I mean it's pretty, but I don't need it. It is still kind of fun to see, like at least for the first, you know, give my creation life. It's turned on. Man, now I want to watch Young Frankenstein. Where's my Mel Brooks collection? Okay, not touching the glass, not touching the glass. I already got you very nice and clean, not touching the glass.
Good job.
Okay. So, see that guy. And that's a spider. Hi, spider. Didn't
Bastard.
didn't
Sorry, not you.
you didn't announce yourself, Sir Spider. Madam Spider? I don't know how to I don't know how to sex spiders.
I generally am like
Just like I don't know how to sex frogs. The frog that I have up in the tank.
Yeah.
No idea.
Simply, and B, simply because we don't have a reference point and it's not that interested really. My cousin Ian just sent me a picture of a bottle of Bushmills, which he is currently drinking, about, as he said, 100 yards away from the distillery in Ireland, which I'm like, that's nice. I hate you so much right now.
Oh, come on. We've got tons of breweries here in town. I know it's not the same as the distillery, but still.
Yeah. I'm just...
And actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever had, oh, they called it something else for a while. I think it was Lucky Bucket, and they were calling it Golden Spike for a while. I think they just switched back to Lucky Bucket.
Mm-hmm.
They made whiskey. I didn't ever try any, but
They're hard liquor, bringing it to
I'm pretty sure they call it Golden Spike. Xerxes, you work overnights. Is that by choice? Do you prefer the nighttime? I mean, I do too, but I definitely couldn't work overnights.
I could. I've pretty much made a life out of it.
Yeah, that's
some
true.
of us function best, you know.
I mean, I work best like my body naturally isn't trying to get itself up until 8 or 9 in the morning, and then I don't like shut down until midnight or 1, or rather start to wind down. I have to force myself. I'm like, all right, 10 o'clock, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
That's why they invented things like melatonin and marijuana combined.
Marijuana. Marijuana.
I'm just saying that it certainly helps me to sleep remarkably well.
Only you can bring my lover back to me. Marijuana. If you've never seen that, I can't remember the movie that it's from, but it's fantastic. And that musical scene, like it's some, you know, like vaudeville or nightclub type of scene. But like this woman has a large wide brimmed hat. It's just cannabis leaves all over the place, and it has kind of a I want to say it's like a tango kind of
Okay,
rhythm.
Han, I will absolutely buy in on that. Marijuana, melatonin, patent pending, feed it to your kids.
Spider cat does whatever a spider cat does. Can they swim from a web? No, they can't, because they're a cat. Here comes Spider Cat. All right. Display cable.
I just need stuff in the bank on Tuesday and see if I mean, I've got money in one bank.
I'm hearing words,
Yeah.
but I cannot tell you what those words are.
I just realized that one thing I have not done is actually checked the account that my work sales go into for like 2 years. I'm trying to buy a ticket to Ireland in March, so I'm hoping that there might be a couple of
Ooh. Oh, you mean for the book sales?
and I'm also hoping that if things
Yeah,
work out,
it reminds me. It's just as long as he's here, I'm gonna embarrass you both, potentially. But Xerxes, I told you that I told Dave that night that we were out at the pub, that you said that you were reading his book and you were enjoying it, and I told him that, and he was very appreciative.
thank you, so appreciated. It's always nice to hear that somebody enjoys your work.
Yeah.
He did have what I feel is a very legitimate criticism about the main character's taste in music, but then I also pointed out that I have a very biased sample for dealing with teenagers and music because I teach at the AV element over at Metro Community College. So I walk in with a group of kids who I used to think that I was a musicophile, and then I met some of these ones and went, holy shit, you know more about how Dark Side was recorded than I do.
And I was alive, damn it.
Yeah. Sure, that album came out when I was 5, but you know, my dad listened to it pretty religiously, so you know, by default, I pretty much listened to it religiously.
All right, I've gotta put this up because it made me laugh. Congratulations on burning your giant square baby. Like, I know, right? And with these hips, these are not childbirth hips. That's to be fair, probably another reason that I decided at some point when I was young, a long time ago, I used to like to tell people like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have 16 children one day because I like children. I like hanging out with them. I think they're cool. We get each other. And then I realized like, oh no. I don't want to have children. Like it definitely okay, so you know how I used to, I know this is like ADHD, guys, it's a fucking killer, all the tangents. You know how we always used to say, when I was young, I used to want to be a nun. And a large reason for that was,
costuming?
Not consciously.
Okay.
But wouldn't be surprised. Would have to travel back in time and ask even smaller cat. But a large reason of that was because, I liked the ritualistic, cloistering lifestyle aspect of it. And Jesus was my homeboy.
Yeah.
And this was like,
pretty cool. So,
and then 4th grade happened, and I was like, oh, none of you fucking abide by the rules that you say that you do, and you're not even paying attention to anything that's happening here in mass. And also, nobody answers my damn questions. Why do we do this thing? Because I said to. There was no corporal punishment in my school, but they might as well have slapped me. So,
I didn't have corporal punishment in school. I had Jesuits, so from time to time, if things got really out of hand, you might have taken a fist to the stomach. I had a altercation with a fellow student, and somebody grabbed me, and I just went, "Oh, it must be a friend of his," and I took a swing, and then I realized I had taken a swing at a priest. Roughly about the same time that his fist collided really, really hard with my solar plexus and gave him to the floor. So
not only can the Jebbies drink you up into the table, they can fucking hold their own in a fight.
Well, the vast majority I've noticed of actual Jesuits that I have met and encountered over the years are also military vets. Like,
that tracks.
We had like 6 Jesuit priests, and they were all like former Marine Corps and/or Army Rangers, or i.e., not the sort of person that you really want to go out of your way to irritate.
I know that I'm making a lot of noises and whatnot. It's just.
And by the way, Kat, you definitely have the sort of hips that one of the OBGYNs at work once referred to as, yep, those are C-section hips.
All right. If I ever had questioned my decision to remain forever childless, at least as far as what's the word? Biological children go. And you know, I think at the point of like trying to like find a surrogate and whatnot, this is so much work. I don't even want it anymore. It's just,
I'm just saying what you should probably do is actually go all in on the fake nature thing, and then kidnap children from homes where they're not appreciated, then raise them up in the
see,
manner.
that's what I want to fucking do now. Not right now because I totally don't have my shit together, but I could totally see myself like in, you know, sometime in the next, let's say 40 years. My people live a long time. All the AFAB women on my side of the, on my mother's side of the family have lived to 100 or more. But yeah, no, I thought I want to like adopt the kids or at least foster the kids who are over the age of like 12. And on the one hand, that sounds crazy because teenagers, especially foster teens, can be fucking crazy. On the other hand, I feel like I'm totally the sort of personality that can deal with that. I'm like, look, I know you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, and I'm not gonna try to control your life. I am going to tell you that if you make bad decisions, and you don't want to deal with the consequences of that, that's not going to fly.
In the immortal words of various members of my family, wow, kid, that was a great job getting into it. Can't wait to see how you're going to get out of it.
Yes, very good, very good. All right. We've got, I need this to go just a little bit further. See, this is why I was scared of the scooter. Because I wonder if I can maybe yoink this a little bit more this way. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get this whole thing put up anyway. So, I think we're probably gonna be wrapping up here. I do want to see what everybody's chitter chattering about over there because it sounds hilarious. But one of the things that I have here is a CD-ROM drive. Well, technically speaking, it's a DVD burner, but I basically just use it as a CD-ROM reader. Do I have the bag down here? I don't have the bag down here. But I don't know if you guys remember that whole pile of 90s and early aughts CD games that I wanted to play. Well, now I've got most of. I don't have my shit together enough to. I don't have enough shit together to foster troubled teens, but I do have my other shit together. I have my capture card. There we go. I do have my capture card, and I tested it out with the GoPro and my Yeti, and that's all running nicely through OBS. So as soon as I can find some Cat6 cable to hold my internet, because I don't want to. I want to be able to stream stuff from the PC, but I don't feel like relying on the
They're ripping you hard, but they're good.
on the Wi-Fi. What they're riffing. They're riffing. They're saying fun things. I love it. I'm here for it.
Hey,
And
Cat, the
if you-
90s called it.
I know, isn't this thing ridiculous? I don't even know who I got this from. I think I got it from a guy who was a photographer, or maybe he was just editor. And he had like a ton of them, and so he gave this one to me because he had like an updated version of it. Well, whoever that person was, thanks, pal. But yeah, no, like yes, it would be fun to stream some contemporary games, but I also want to play the games of my childhood. Barbie Ocean Discovery Day. Barbie Ocean Discovery.
By the way, Dr. Zodiac will be streaming Destiny 2 sometime as soon as he figures out to make his.
Gotta get OBS Streamlabs working for you.
Yeah. I broke it. I didn't even do anything with it. I broke
Go
it.
get
that is pretty much the story of my life. Just like walking
That
shit, bro.
is not how that is going to work, cat.
I have no idea what you're doing. It's really interesting.
One thing I noticed when I was doing the test of OBS, taking in all of the audio and video inputs, one of the things that I noticed when I watched the video back is that I kept bumping the table because I'm constantly rocking back and forth in the chair, bumping with my knees and everything, and my mic is just picking up all of that. Oh my god, what a pain.
Yeah, you're gonna need a shot
So
for
I
that.
definitely need a shot. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I wish so many things. I wish. Ooh, could we? No, that's probably silly. Something I'd like to do sometime would be to watch all of the Dr. Seuss stories that were turned into animated films, not the new CGI ones
Right.
necessarily, but
Talking
like
about the 60s, 70s.
yeah, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
The one I never remember what it's actually called, but the main character is called Pantoffel, and he works in a pickle jarring factory. He's shit at it. And there's this line that gets repeated throughout the story as he's, lamenting his life. And he's out on his balcony of his house, which is like old and run down. He's just, being very morose. It's like, oh, how I wish I could get away from it all. And then, behold, for some reason, is he Irish or is he Scottish? I think he's Irish, yeah. Is he Pantoffel? Your wish has been heard, and your wish has been granted. A little mustachioed who-looking fellow with a magic piano that'll take you anywhere if you play the right notes. It's so fucking weird and like psychedelic fantastical.
You have to wonder what kind of mushrooms are in the garden that Dr. Seuss and his family had. Yeah.
All right. Oh, all right. Let's put this business over here. What do we have? All right. When you were young, 2 days ago. I mean, to be fair, I feel like I'm always young forever. I don't know that I'm ever gonna feel any older than I do now. Like, even as I'm like, my joints are even more shit than they already are.
I was gonna say, if I feel any older than I do right now, just shoot me.
I want that in writing, because otherwise it's going to be really difficult to just explain to the cops.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But then you realize you could never get into the habit. Am I right? Ah, you're a monster, and we're gonna have to push you off a bridge.
We respect that, but
But oh, that reminds me. One of the reasons that I also cited, like, I would list, like these top 3 reasons, and they were all very like, we'll say spiritually admirable for an 8-year-old, however the fuck old I was probably 7, I don't know. But then I would also say, plus, I don't think I could withstand the pain of childbirth, which made all the adults not sure what to do with themselves.
how do we comment on thing with that?
I said a lot of things like that when I was a kid.
That was pretty much my
how
favorite.
do you know these words, child?
That's pretty much my favorite pastime. But keep in mind, I also had my mom worked at Planned Parenthood and was the social center thereof. So a bunch of nurses, Planned Parenthood nurses, a couple of bottles of wine, and me with an education of most kids that Right, give it about 5 or 10 minutes, but I can feel Jeremy's hunger from here.
I'm not putting anything more together. No corporal punishment at my school either. But PT teacher?
Yeah. Physical PE.
I was gonna
PT is physical training in military. PE is physical education.
I figured it was something like that. PT teacher might as well have been called Sergeant Slaughter. He was a sadist. They would have none of it.
Yeah, all I can say is
You're just as bad, Xerxes. I'm gonna push you both up the bridge. I
I
don't know what bridge, but we will find a bridge.
Yeah.
We will invite you there, and then I will push you up.
and I had a grandfather who was a multi-year veteran of the British SAS. So, needless to say, there was no such thing as impossible.
For a plane, yellow
Shit, you
pumpkin,
won't get
got
done.
my carriage. Impossible. I already have a robot baby. That one down there,
Yep.
Xerxes. I call it Beastie, very affectionately, but the official name, like the name on the birth certificate, is Missy, very affectionately named after the most recent iteration of the Master on Doctor Who. Pros and cons of making food. Pros, food. Cons, making.
Yes.
Very true. Very true. Like, sometimes I love making food, and other times it's just like so much work. Or at least before 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Making food, it's a lot of work.
Making,
That's why smoothies are great.
making really, really good quality, like Indian food. Yeah.
Kangaroo babies. They start off tiny, then you store them in your pouch. Do I have a pouch? I'll make a pouch. I can sew. I've got some sewing machines in here.
Then you just get like a little like
that
baby
computer
Yoda
there.
pouch that you carry with you. Yeah.
Sita. Han. Sita Ram.
Yeah. Just keep going.
That's oh my god, that's so good. I had to comment on it because I want to make a joke about that sometime. Okay, when I get back to being able to workshop Sita after I go through and do my rewrite, because it needs some rewrites. I need one of the narrators to make a joke about that. That's fucking hysterical. I will give you credit. You get a writing credit. Long time ago, an engineer decided he hated children and wanted to watch them burn. It's basically just showing me a picture of like a
metal
slide.
slide.
A metal slide on our children's playground.
Which, especially on a hot July day, is pretty much like sitting around going, "Why won't you slide down?" Because my ass literally fried to the metal.
Which is why you get a bit of cardboard. You sit that down, and then you go even faster. We used to have these. I think they've been torn down.
I think they've been torn down,
Yeah.
which sucks because they were awesome.
Yeah, no, they were fucking awesome. There were these long, like super swoopy doopy metal slides that had almost kind of like an abstract sculpture look to them. Okay, I have thoughts and feelings about that. But yeah, the slides were super fun, and they were in our downtown area that's referred to as the Old Market. But sometime in the last few years, our dear mayor, and I use dear
That's the same way that
sarcastically.
some people might say "dear leader." Yeah.
Yeah, no, she and I suppose a few other people alongside of her decided that they needed to tear all that shit down. And to be fair, that waterway and everything was really gross, and it probably could have used some updating, or just some way that it would work better with the way that the seasons
Like the
work
water would
around
actually
here.
like flow.
Yeah. But that's not why they got rid of it. They got rid of it because they don't like homeless people hanging around underneath the bridge and stuff. They can go.
All right. So, right.
All right.
Wind it up. We need food.
Winding up. Here we go. Yay, recognition! Oh, all right. We are gonna go eat some food. Plus, my beer is empty now, or at least very, very close to being empty. Now that the beastie is down here, I don't have it all set up right now, but I'll get the rest of it set up by next Friday. We should be able to have, if not with the both of us because you're busy.
Actually, Friday I should.
Okay, yeah, we can get back to prosperity and servility.
Well, actually, it would be kind of funny because we could wind up with selection because You, me, John, Erica. But then we.
Oh, is John coming next week?
Yeah, it's current plan.
Oh, I think I probably knew that, and I just don't know what day it is.
I know this.
Oh my god. All right. Well, thanks for coming
Thanks for
in
joining
and
us.
hanging around. Han, go to sleep, man. And Xerxes, since you just woke up, you don't get to go back to sleep.
Get
Not
some
unless you
coffee.
really want to. You probably need some coffee, some tea, some kind of something to perk you up and get you ready for work. If I'm not on, if you don't see me post anything on the Discord this weekend, although I have tons of memes and things that I want to put on there, so you'll probably see something or other. I hope you have a good weekend. And no sleep for me, Mom. Young man, go to bed.
Yes.
You will be so tired tomorrow if you do not get some sleep. You're a grown boy.
And with that, I'm going to step out. Thank you all very much for joining us. Causing trouble, breaking stuff, all the usual things.
Good night / good morning. Bye now.
Depending upon your times.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good to see you, by the way. Again, Xerxes. Boy.
Bye.